In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the front sway bar links on this GMC Yukon. Let's get started. Take a 22mm socket and remove all 6 of your lug nuts. With those off, remove the wheel. With the wheel off, you have a clear view of the sway bar link. It's going to have a mounting nut on top, which is what we're aiming to remove. On the bottom side, this is actually a long stud that pokes through. You have just enough room on the control arm to put a 15mm socket here and hold the stud while you remove the nut. So let's do that. These can be pretty tight. It looks like mine was recently removed, so it might actually come off with ease. Usually what you want to do is clean the threads with a wire brush of some sort and then soak it down in rust penetrant. Usually that helps you get it off a lot easier. Oftentimes they do rust. Looks like my mounting nut is coming off easily, so that's a good thing. Now the next obstacle to overcome is going to be unseizing it from inside here. I'm going to try to spin it from underneath, and it is a little stiff, but it does spin, so that means it's not stuck inside this sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is grab a little hammer and tap it down. Yep, perfect. Take this bushing off. Pull it down from underneath. This is what it looks like. It's in really poor condition, so yeah, it needs to be replaced. And remove this. It's easiest if you undo the other side at the same time, at least the top, so you can move this just a little bit. I'm going to coat the shaft of the bolt of this sway bar link. The climate that this vehicle lives in is a very rusty climate, so this will actually prevent it from seizing inside that sleeve in the future. Now, if yours was stuck and you couldn't get it off, I would just cut it right in the middle here with anything you have that'll cut, and then extract the top and extract the bottom. But greasing it up like this will prevent that from happening. So I'm going to stick it through the bottom now, and I'm going to put one bushing down like this. The bushings will have a flat area and a pointy area. The pointy side will go down at the control arm where it's clamping on. Now put this sleeve on. Now at the top, a washer and a bushing with the flat side facing down. Now bring it down here. This is where it comes in really handy to do the other side at the same time, because you can usually have just enough give on the sway bar to lift it up if you do it that way. Now stick this through, put on one last bushing and a washer, and then the mounting nut at the top. The new hardware is going to be 14mm in size. Keep that in mind. Snug it up. And once it's snug just a little bit, the torque is actually 17 foot-pounds. If you can't torque it for whatever reason, just tighten it until you see these bushings start to squish a little bit. That's how you know they're good. If they start pancaking, well, that's a little too far. They should not be any wider than these washers. There we go. We have 17 foot-pounds right there. The bushings are nicely squished, but not looking like a pancake. So at this point, let's do the other side and then put the wheels on. Let's get the wheels back on. Put on all 6 of your lug nuts, and then in a cross pattern, torque them to 140 foot-pounds. $140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern. Here we go. And it's always a good idea to double check them. This time you don't have to go in a cross pattern though. All right, now take it for a road test.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.